white lithium Euro trash. Thought I would give a little brief video today. So I've been out on a Saab road trip, okay, with the white Saab 900, 1986 8-valve car. We are 750 miles into about a 1,300 mile road trip from Milwaukee to Kansas and back, where I had to test some farm equipment of my own design. Okay. Key stats. Let's do the math. In 750 miles, we have consumed 28 gallons of gas. So I have had the air conditioning on for about 75% of this road trip, and we are averaging 26.7 miles to the gallon, which I think is pretty handy. The AC, you know, anyone who's ever had Saab 900 AC knows that when this compressor kicks on, you can feel it even at highway speed. We have burned zero oil in 750 miles. Okay, that's really impressive. I am so happy with my new axle and wheel bearing job, and I put a little bit of this like coolant product in here that supposedly improves the cooling system performance. I think it may actually work a little bit. I have this, you know, in the winter I put in this different thermostat, and the different thermostat, you know, opens at a little bit higher temperature, and I think I need to switch back to the summer one because it's keeping me running a little hot. The AC works phenomenally well. It's extremely cold. It just takes so much power to run this compressor. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's been going really well. I do have to say, in Missouri, south of St. Joseph, Missouri, I was pulled over, and the police officer comes up and he says, "Hey, I'm pulling you over just because I've never seen a car and a license plate like yours, and just want to check it out." I'm like, "Okay, so basically you're pulling me over for being eccentric, right? You're pulling me over for driving a Saab, you're pulling me over for having long hair." And he said, "Yeah, that's pretty much it," and he let me go. So got about another 300-400 miles to go, and we'll be back. Just made a recap video about my Saab road trip, and what pulls up, we've got a, what is this? 2004. Oh, Saab Club of North America member. Is this your only Saab?
It is it's my first and only, but not my last.
Wow, okay. Cool. I collect Saabs. This is my daily driver.
Right.
But I also have a 84 turbo sedan, a four-door in Pine Green, which is being restored in Milwaukee, where I'm from. And it had some body work, but the turbo, that one's really, like, that's my forever car, you know. But
this was I'm going to take it out today because it's nice. I do need to replace the motor for the
is it electric or hydraulic?
Yes.
Is the top electric or hydraulic?
It's hydraulic.
It's hydraulic, yeah. Is it? Oh, the pump. You need a pump assembly.
Yes.
Does it leak at all?
It leaks. Yeah.
From the pump? Or the actuators do?
The actuator.
Yeah, you know, that's going to be figure it out. Maybe you can get those parts still.
Right.
Maybe. But great looking car. I like the 9.3. Yeah, that's awesome. So, as I'm closing in on 900 miles on this road trip, I did want to make a couple more points before I put this video up. First of all, I knew going into this road trip, I knew the brake master cylinder is on its way out, and I'm really feeling thankful that I have one sitting on my bench at home to put in here because I can just, I'm cognizant of the pedal, kind of the oil leaking past the seals of the pedal more and more on this trip. But you know, the other thing is just how I'm just reflecting on how remarkably comfortable this car is to drive. It's stable, it's fast. You know, I'm one of the faster cars out here on Interstate 80 as I cruise across Iowa. No problem at all moving in modern traffic at highway speed, even with the 8-valve car. The seats, comparing, this car has I'm about to turn 180,000 miles here. My Volvo, which is a newer car with maybe 20,000 miles more, that I went on the long road trip to Idaho, the Volvo 240. This car is so much more comfortable. The seat design is more comfortable. The steering wheel, the ergonomics are better. The suspension is more compliant. You know, it's just all in all a vastly comfortable and enjoyable car to drive on a long trip. And since I've done the door seals, it's pretty quiet in here. You know, it's so quiet. I just had this moment when I'm driving along at 80 miles an hour and I was listening to Ken, Mercedes source, talk about fixing rust on a W123 Mercedes, which is unfortunately a problem I'm going to be dealing with my Mercedes very soon. And I didn't even realize I was still in fourth gear. I was cruising along at 4,000 RPM, and it's just so smooth and quiet and uneventful. I'm like, I look down finally, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not even in fifth gear here. And yeah, I just, you know, this is going to end up being about 1,200 miles by the time I get back. It's getting great fuel economy. It's comfortable. There is no reason why you should not think of a Saab 900 as a legitimate daily driver car. And let me just give you one more anecdote, okay? So, you know, I was testing a new piece of farm equipment down in Kansas, and the farmer, my customer, I've known him for a very long time. He tests a lot of prototypes. And he had just gotten one of these Ford Broncos. And he was commenting on how, instead of like one of these John Deere Gators or a Ranger ATV, you know, he's like, well, they've gotten so expensive. For a little bit more money, you know, I could just get this Ford Bronco. And he's telling me, you know, he originally got it with this manual transmission because he thought, it'd be fun. He said it failed, the transmission failed within 7,000 miles. They put in another one, it failed again. Eventually, Ford ended up taking the car back, giving him an automatic, and they pulled this manual transmission off the market, okay? I asked him, what motor does it have? It's got a 2.2 liter twin turbo Ecotec engine. You know, I'm just like, oh my God. He says, yeah, this thing will maybe last 100,000 miles if you're lucky. You know, they're trying to get the specific horsepower so high on these cars. And, you know, I really believe that driving an old car like this is kind of a hack. It's it's a way of, more and more people are going to do it as a way of circumventing the kind of massive cost and simultaneous lack of reliability intrinsic to modern automobiles. So, and I think that's great, but I'm afraid that government is going to start telling us that we don't get to drive these cars. And I'll tell them, White Lithium Eurotrash will tell them, over my dead body, Peace out.